Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's get started working on yet another dead MacBook. Here we have an A1708 MacBook that has water damage. Let's open this thing up, figure out what's wrong with it, and see if we can make it work again. My desk has been a little clusterfuckery since just hung some panels. I think I hung some of them in the wrong place, but what are you going to do? I was half asleep when they were here for it, and I also had to deal with customers and management and other crap while they were working, so I couldn't really watch the entire thing. Such is life. Such is life. Ah, yeah, these are Enel shelves. I'm keeping this. These fucking ridiculous shelves. These shelves are fucking ridiculous, but I'm keeping them. They give me a happy little reminder that someone here wanted to put their effort in to do their best to make something. They may have been made like total shit, but they tried. A for effort. A for an L. A for effort. A for an L. All right. I thought they were cute. Sorry if there's any drops in the stream, by the way. I'm actually downloading my entire collection of YouTube videos to the NAS. It's about 17 terabytes worth. 17 terabytes worth. Using Google Takeout. So that I can re-upload it all to Vimeo. I noticed that my own backup is actually a little bit spotty. Your flux has been delivered to 186. Huh? I don't understand. Thank you for the $2, but I don't understand. But yeah, what was I saying? Ah, so yeah, so there's crap, I forgot what I was talking about. Ah, well, I'm sure it probably wasn't that important. Anyway. Okay, let's take a look at what we have over here inside of this MacBook Pro. Let's get off the crotch cam shit there. Nice shaky cam, shaky cam. All right. It was originally sent to 141 West 27th and got redirected by UPS to 186 First Avenue. Yeah, UPS is the worst of the three, by far. They're the worst of post office and FedEx and UPS for me. So one of the things that UPS would do frequently is they would see that the hours in the door were 12 to 8. But what UPS used to like doing is they would try to deliver at 8:45 p.m. or 10:30 a.m. and say, there's nobody here, guess we'll come back tomorrow. And then customers would rage that their laptop wasn't here. So I figured I'd have a talk with the UPS person. Then I figured I'd try bribing the UPS person. It's like, here's $50, please deliver when we're fucking open. Nothing ever worked, so I gave up. Yeah, fuck UPS. I usually tell people if they're sending something here to use FedEx or Post Office, not UPS, because I can't control the fact that the person that was doing my UPS route at the time just seemed to, I don't know, probably an our Apple member or something, but they were purposely went out of their way to deliver when we were closed. And we had our hours written on the door, so it's not like there was no way for them to tell that we weren't open. They just, just choosing to be dicks. So, and there's not really much you can do when that happens. And whether or not UPS, FedEx, or USPS sucks entirely depends on your delivery route. Because a lot of people, they try to make these generalizations about what's going to be good for the entire country based on what is good delivering to their particular address. And what they don't realize is it really is very so much dependent on the people that handle shipping to you, your route. So, who are the people at the last, who are the people in line in the, oh God, I sound like Joe Biden. Who are the people that are doing the work on the path from where you usually get your packages from to you? And that's going to be different. For me, my UPS person sucks. Maybe your UPS person is a career UPS person and loves their job and cares and has pride in UPS and goes the extra mile to deliver stuff, but your FedEx person sucks. Maybe your FedEx person and UPS person are great, but your post office person sucks because they hate their job, they hate their life, they just broke up with their wife. Wife took the house, so on and so forth, and now they take that out on you by fucking with your packages. That really depends on where you are located, whether or not you get a good experience. And for me, the UPS, it's just awful. They seem to put a concentrated effort into making life as miserable as possible for me. So I typically, at least with the old address, I would try to encourage people not to use UPS for any deliveries because they seemed to go out of their way to get stuff delivered outside of business hours, which would aggravate customers. Because customers would say, it looks like, what, did I send my stuff to not a real business? Why aren't you open? Why do I keep getting these notifications that business is closed? It's because you chose a courier that cannot fucking read the sign on the window that says we are open from 12 to 8 and respect that. You chose the courier that decided, hey, I know it says you're open 12 to 8 in the window, but I'm going to try to deliver at 10:30 or 9 o'clock every day. Because we suck. Yeah, why not? Go for it. Share the robustness with the world. Any of the videos that I create, I don't really care if you download or fuck with them or anything like that. It's not, unless you're going above and beyond to just, even then, I don't really care. The only thing I really care about is if people take stuff out of my videos and pretend that they made it. Or if there's, if you're another repair business and you take my videos and upload them to your channel and have any, even if I don't like that kind of stuff because then it kind of makes it seem like to someone viewing that that's your stuff, not mine. I care more about the credit than I do about you using any of the content I create. I could give a shit less if people take my stuff and mess with it or whatever. But as long as it's not that kind of shady shit where people are taking pictures of my office and claiming it's theirs on their website, because I've had that happen before, and that's just a schmuck thing to do. Yeah, you're welcome to take any of these little sound effects and memes, and if you want the wave copy that I use, you can email me, and I'll give you one, because you're probably capturing it off of the stream, which is like, a JPEG of a JPEG of a JPEG of a JPEG of an MP3 of an Opus of a... Okay, so we got our board over here. The first thing we're going to do is try and figure out what stage in the process it's currently at. So if you take a look really closely on the nice shaky cam over here that I got until I get a proper mount for, oh my God, this is so stupid. So I have this Vivo mount for my monitor, which kind of shakes a little bit. And then I have the camera mounted to the shaky monitor mount. So it's like a mount on a mount This is like a JPEG of a JPEG of a JPEG of a JPEG, but with monitor mounts. So you got a little bit of corrosion in the backlight area. This looks like a shit stain on this, and I honestly don't remember what this is. I really don't, off the top of my head. You have some under the CD3215, so there's a chance of getting 5 volts here. You have some right over here, and then over here, there is corrosion on the backlight area. Lastly, you have corrosion over here, and this is the TPS 51980. This is going to be responsible for creating our 3.3 volt and 5 volt rails. So you got a little bit with each of them. Yeah, I know. My microscope, my camera mount here shakes about as much as an L shelf does. Look at that. Like, when does it stop shaking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God, stop shaking! But yeah, if anybody has a good suggestion, I have one of these Husky 8-foot desks that you could get from Home Depot. If anybody has a suggestion as to something I could mount on this thing so that this stops fucking shaking all the time, that would be lovely. And I'm more than happy to purchase it if necessary, if it improves the stream. I don't mind purchasing stuff like that if it means that the stream will be improved. But I just don't have the time to look into it at the moment. It's been quite busy. Okay, next. Yeah, well, speaking of, yeah, the NL shelf shake. All right, ready for this? Eh? Watch this. Still shaking. Still shaking. Oh, it's a beautiful shelf. All right. It dances. All right, what we got here? CD3215, corrosion. So there's a bunch of different types of corrosion here. All right, so the first thing I'm interested in doing here. Let's see if it actually turns on. $330 milliamps, 20 volts. So this has the capability to turn on, it seems. Most likely, but actually, I don't know if this is turning on. 340 milliamps, but it's static. It's not moving up and down, and I would expect it to move up and down if it was working. So let's turn on the Paul Daniels multimeter software and see what's going on with the board. So the first thing I'm kind of curious about is my PP bus. What do we have on the PP bus G3 Hot? Ah, 0 volts. .7 ohm short to ground. All right, now what's going to be causing a 2.7 ohm short to ground on PP Bus G3 Hot? Let's take a look and see if there's anything that's obvious. Oh. Ouch. Look at that, corrosion by CPU MOSFET. Yay! So you're saying that I'm beating Erica? Indeed I am. All right, now we have these two capacitors over here. So you have these two caps over here that are also kind of corroded looking. And I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be where my problem lies. But let's take a look at the schematic and board view and see if that is where my problem lies. So what we have here is an 820-00840 motherboard. So I'm going to open up a schematic for the 820-00840 motherboard. And it's going to open on the screen in this strange orientation. Craziness of the Paul Daniels software. Now, if I take a look at these two capacitors, that's for PP Bus G3 Hot underscore P3V. PP Bus G3 Hot underscore P3V3S5. All right, let's see what the hell that means. Okay, so PP Bus G3 Hot is going. Let me just get this on the screen so I can see what you guys see. Beautiful. So PP Bus G3 Hot is over here. This is our main power rail for the system. That goes here. And then that goes here to this cap that looks destroyed. So the first thing I'm going to do over here is use my hot tweezers, my Hakko FM 2023 tweezers. Turn on my fume extractor and remove that cap and see if my short goes away, because it seems to be the most likely cause of a short. Would help if you turned the iron on, dum-dum. Would help if you turned the iron on. Also, let's turn the board around to make it easier for me. One mistake that I used to make in the beginning very often is I would work on the device in the orientation that the device was on the desk rather than reorienting the device to where it was comfortable for me. Damn, that is one stuck cap. Can we put this down as like reason number 153 that I prefer hot air or a normal soldering iron to tweezers? I could have learned how to become telekinetic and gotten that damn cap off the board faster than it came off with the tweezers. I get a lot of questions from people asking why it is I don't use hot tweezers much or advocate them. It's like, you know, I mean, Jessa advocates use of the hot tweezers, but she also got into board repair and started making videos on board repair about 15 years after I did. And a big part of the reason that is because she probably spent that 15 years waiting for her hot tweezers to get to remove the components. But no, seriously, I don't... You know, I've tried to make friends with the hot tweezers, mostly because I think David stole my micro pencil. Bastard. I've tried to make friends with the hot tweezers, and I can't find it in me to make friends with them. Like, melt, you bastard. Melt! Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. No more cockroaches. No cockroach friends today, actually. I'm fairly certain that we're done with cockroaches. Those cockroaches are gone. They don't know what hit them. I mean, they were all clearly coming in through that pipe and then hiding under that wood and taking food back there and using it as a nest, but now they don't have a nest anymore. Those cockroaches are just done for. So we blocked off their path of coming in. We killed all of them. Threw away all that old junk. Garbage wood. Yep, rip cockroach. Okay. So now let's see if PP-Bush G3 Hot still has a short circuit or not. We're going to turn on Paul Daniels' multimeter software again. Thank you, Mr. Criminal Minded. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, interesting. Restream's chat is not allowing me to click that link. Oh, that hurts my brain. Come on, Restream. Come on, Restream. Come on. Oh, there we go. Now it is. I don't know how to fit that thing in since my desk is right up against the wall. May have to move things around a little bit. You know what? I have space now. I can move things around a little bit. Let's take a look at that. Not bad. Looks kind of nice. I would hope this thing doesn't shake constantly. I see someone crying about me not reading Twitch chat already. Crap, I made a mistake and read it. I'm not supposed to read that chat. I'm surprised. This stream, it took 21 minutes before someone cried about that. Usually it takes much less time than that. Usually the crying happens immediately. It's interesting. Alright, so it looks like we still have a short to grounds on PPBush G3 Hot. So let's take another look around the board and see what else it could be. MOSFET, that doesn't look very nice. I have a very charred graphics card. I set it on fire. How safe what do you think he is? If you set it on fire, not much. If you set it on fire, I would not have high hopes for that, actually. My hopes would be in the dumps. My hopes for that would be right where my hopes are for this board at looking at that V-Core MOSFET. This board also typically has an issue with cracked tantalum capacitors, but I don't see any of that here. You know, I'm going to do the parafocal thing. Someone sent me a guide and how to parafocal my microscope. I'm going to do it before I continue. We're going to make this focus properly.
Hi, I'm Tim Nelson, Director of Business Development for Raven Tools. Today I'm going to show you how to parfocal a stereo zoom microscope. Parfocaling means you can keep the magnification range of the scope all the way through the dynamic range from low to high in focus. As you can see with this scope here, you see a lot of users doing. To show you today how to keep it microscope, move it all the way to the highest possible magnification, and adjust the objective so your eyepieces are in focus. Next, you're going to move the microscope back up to the lowest magnification, then adjust the eyepieces for size and so they're clear. Finally, you're going to adjust the camera collar so on screen, you're in focus. Now as you zoom all the way through, both the camera and the eyepieces are in focus all the way through the dynamic range without having to move the objective up and down. And that's how you parfocal a stereo microscope.
Mine doesn't have that, actually. Let's see. I don't have that on here, actually. These objectives don't have any sort of... Oh, yeah, I get it. My microscope doesn't do that. Yeah, this doesn't have a... No, you can't turn this to adjust the eyepieces individually. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, you adjust where this thing is, maybe. And that's how you do it? Oh, you adjust it with... Okay, you adjust it with these little screws, but I lost the screws, so I can't do that. Fuck. Yeah, so there's a little screw that's supposed to go into this. It's a thumb screw. It's these little thumb screws. That's how you adjust it. You don't turn it. You just move them up and down, and then you clamp them with the thumb screw. Except I'm missing a thumb screw, so I can't do that. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's one of those. This is what's called unobtainium. This is called unobtainium. So that's not something that I will ever find. So that little screw, like if you go to the website that you get this microscope from, you will never fucking find that. So, yeah. Throws screws in the net. Oh, well. All right, fuck that. Not much that can be done. All right, continue. We have corrosion around the PP3V3_G3 hot chip. We have generalized corrosion in this area, but nothing that looks like it would cause a short to ground. Generalized, all of this is generalized corrosion. It's not really something where I'll be able to point directly to any specific corrosion. All right. And I can't use the thermal camera because I don't have a second Cat 5 cable in my office yet. Okay. Let's send some power in our PP bus. And then we'll figure out which part of it is the corrosion that is important here. Find out what size they are. I don't know how to find out what size that is. Use one from something else. I'm not sure. Figure out how many threads per inch in diameter. How many threads? Yeah, I'm not measuring diameter of individual threads. That's a rabbit hole. Like having to measure this screw and measure the threads and the size and the diameter of individual ones and then ordering and then realizing I was off by 1 millimeter or whatever. That's a rabbit hole to hell. That's gonna be that sounds like a day of fucking around and not fixing anything. Okay, where's my PP bus? Alright, I can use this over here. That's PP bus. We'll just inject a little bit. Take the screw to a hobby store. What's a hobby store? I only know of Chase, Starbucks, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. Chase, Starbucks, bar, Ghetto Bodega. Chase, Starbucks, Whole Foods, Ghetto Bodega. Fried chicken, Ghetto Bodega. Check cashing place. Starbucks, Chase. Ghetto Bodega. What's a hobby store? Alright, let's see what gets warm. Alright, we're using 60 milliamps at a volt, aka nothing. 200 milliamps at 1 volt. That's like a quarter of a watt. Take one to hardware store and get another. Hardware store is not a hobby shop. Where the hell is there going to be the time for that? Okay. So now, let's kind of feel around. What's warm? What's warm? Here's this piece of shit CPU MOSFET. Let's show the screw on camera with something to reference it to. Alright, let's do that while I'm waiting for this to heat up a little bit. So this is the screw. These are my tweezers. I need another one of that exact screw. Okay. Let's see if we get something a little more obvious here. All right, let's do plan B. This is from back in the old days. Yeah. Okay. Found the short. It's that cap right there or this IC. I'm really hoping it's the cap and not the IC. Let's see which one it is though. Now if it's the cap, I'm good. If it's the chip, I'm screwed because that means the chip likely sent voltage to the 12 volts over to the CPU. Okay, it looks like it's the cap because that's the first thing the alcohol evaporates from. If that's the case, I'm actually a happy guy. Quite a happy guy. Using your lip is the best, please, bro camera. Yeah, I don't have another Cat 5 cable in the office or any patch cables yet. I still have the Cat 5 that we literally just ran from the router to the office the day that I got here because I wanted to be able to stream. You know, no cable management or nothing. I just haven't had time to fix it. Every time I go to start fixing things and making them a little bit nicer, it's, hey, there's 20 tickets in your name that you need to get to before these customers kill you. And then we do that, and then we catch up. And then it's, hey, there's 20 tickets in your name that you need to get to before these customers kill you. And then we go back to... So there's, you know, it's going to take a while. It's not that moving takes a lot of time. It's just that if you lose 2 or 3 days of time because you were moving, and the people that were, you know, setting everything up and putting their desk back together weren't fixing stuff, that puts you perpetually behind, and it can take you a while to catch up on shit like that. Like, to catch up after I had my concussion and I was moving a little slowly for a few days, it took me 3.5 months to actually catch up on everything because you have to work a little bit at a faster pace on everything for a while. So, but yeah, I don't have a Cat 5 up here yet, another one for the thermal camera. So what works really well is my face. And that's actually how I met Jessa Jones at iPad Rehab. We were both we were about to go to CTIA, and I remember E-Tech Parts was holding a party. And we went to the party, and we were the only two people there that both tried to find shorts using our face. And that's how we met. We had a conversation about that. We laughed. And I messaged her after to say, you know, it's cool to finally meet someone else that uses their face to find short circuits on boards. And like, that's the thing that you do. The thing is that when you're trying to start with something new, you don't have all the stuff available to be able to do your job perfectly. Because most people, when they get into something new, they don't really have everything they need to do their job perfectly. Because they just want to see if it's worth it. They want to see if they need something to get them motivated, you know. Something that's going to excite them. By the way, the power supply is not on. The software is just being buggy. All right, short is gone. Beautiful. So that was my short the whole time. Was that stupid little cat. So you need something to get you motivated a little bit before you spend all this money and all this crap. And once you find a short with your face, then you're like, wow, I figured it out. Beautiful. And then you may buy some more equipment. And then buying more equipment and then learning how to use it is then going to make you better at what you do, which means you're going to fix more stuff, which means you're going to get more that dopamine rush that comes from actually contributing to society and fixing something, making something work and figuring something out, which means you're going to get better and better and better and better. But the way that starts is often by using some sort of ghetto method just in the beginning. And that's what Jessa did, and that's what I did. The face is a great short detector. You know, it wasn't like I had dates left and right anyway. If my face was all burned up from MacBook shorts, I was fine with it. It is fun. And if I did get a date, I'd have a great story as to why it was my face looked like that. I was trying to find a short in a MacBook. And then I did. And it was on PPBus G3 Hot _ CPU by the CPU vCore MOSFET. And then she'd go, wow, that's amazing that you were able to find that short. Take me, repairman. And then you get married. And you go off and you have children. You upload in library. Maybe. And then my children will have a thermal camera. And then they won't have that experience. And they won't have to use their brain. It's kind of like that rags to riches to rags story. So yeah, with uploading to another site, the problem is I have an archive of videos, but it's kind of like half of my videos and they're not really labeled properly. So what I'm doing right now is I'm using Google Takeout to download a copy of all of my stuff, like all of it. And then I need to find someone who's willing to sit there and label everything for me and categorize it so that I could then upload it to another platform rather than it just being video A, video B. By the way, I'm fully aware that I'm by the CPU, which is why I A, use leaded solder there, and B, have the heatsink on the CPU, and C, was using very low air, and D, right after it's done, put some alcohol right over here to cool it off. Yes, I'm fully aware of that. How bad does it hurt when you find the shorts with your face? I don't know. How loud was my ow? Not too bad. That's why I did it at a low voltage. I think I was at 1.2 or 1.3 volts there. Now, if that was at 3 or 4 or 5 volts, then I probably wouldn't have a face anymore. You know, nothing too crazy. Okay, so now I figured out what my problem was, and I fixed it. Now, the second problem I have is that my ring light really doesn't seem to like that I've been overvolting it for a while, and now it's flickering. So I'm probably going to need... Remember how I overclocked my ring light so that I could use that polarizer? Yeah, it doesn't seem happy with that. So I'm going to have to get another ring light. This was not the best solution. Oh, bad. So for those of you wondering why it is that the light is kind of flickering, the LEDs did not like it. The long-term effect of overclocking your LED ring light, right here. See, folks, we bring you new and amazing content every day. Everybody else, the Linuses of the world, and the Jay's 2 Cents, and the Barnacles, and the Gamers Nexus, they overclock graphics cards, CPUs, RAM. You've seen that before. We overclock lights. Look at that. Look at that V-core. 13 volts into my LED. Take it. Yeah, it's really not happy with that. You can tell it's really not happy with that. I want to plug my bike charger into the ring light. How about that? Liquid cool my light bulb. Liquid cool my RGB. I don't even need RGB. I'd settle for any one of the individual colors at this point. But I don't think this light's going to be able to create any of them. And so I actually have to finish this board repair pretty quickly. I have to finish this board repair before my light goes out and I can't see anything. So let's get on it. No more bullshitting. Can I overclock my T2 so my MacBook is more secure? Yeah, I hear you overclock it by installing Apple updates that kill the machine. Oh, please teach Jay soldering, says Apja. You know, my weekend assistant actually found an email from him. It looks like, yeah, he asked about fixing a graphics card that something fell off of or something. We don't really offer that as a service. Because we don't have schematics or diagrams for them, and since we're no fix, no fee, you know, no schematic, no diagram, no parts, low chance of fixing it. So there's really low chance of making money, therefore low chance of paying tech. So we usually don't do it. But if all you did is knock off a piece, you have the piece, and you know which way it goes, we'll usually reattach it, you know, like $50. Like, that's the thing. I don't have a schematic, so I can't tell what is there, what is supposed to go there. So if you drop something and you don't find it and know what way it went, then there's not much I can do for you. But we offered to fix that graphics card for $50. I don't know. My conspiracy theory is that Jay just wanted to solder it anyway. He wanted the fun that comes with fucking with your own stuff. And I understand that entirely. Because I do that with a lot of my own stuff. How much would it be to do this properly? $50? No. I'll do it myself. And it's not because I don't have the $50. Like, I know it's not because he's cheap. It's not because he doesn't have the $50. It's because there's a genuine sense of satisfaction that comes from doing it yourself if you actually get it to work. Big if. If you actually get it to work. Which I understand very well because my bicycle... Like, there's this thing. I have 2 bikes. One of them you could, you know, put as much effort into the motor and much torque as you want. It always works. The other one, it winds up skipping links. I've changed the cassette. I've changed the wheel. I've changed the chain. I've changed everything. The cassette. Changed everything at one point. It still does it. And you know, there are people that would do it, but I kind of kept messing with it because I wanted to figure it out for myself. So I understand that feeling entirely. Now I'm at a point where I'm willing to just have an expert look at it, but I just don't have the time to bring it to anybody, and half the people I could bring it to are just going to tell me to fuck off because it's a do-it-yourself electric bike. But I understand it. I understand wanting to do something yourself. And honestly, I just believe... I thought that video was a troll. I don't think he's that bad at soldering. I'm fairly certain he's not that bad at soldering. He was doing that to troll you guys on camera. It's the same thing as Sonny's Tesla video. Like, I don't know if any of you watched Sonny's Tesla video, but I was checking over the responses to it on Reddit, in the fanboy Reddit, in the Tesla fanboy Reddit, and people were getting so pissed off, and I'm laughing my ass off because Sonny's trolling you all. It's very obvious that he's trolling, and it's clearly working. Hot tweezers. I'll fix that. That looks disgusting, but that's going to get fixed up with some little hot air and some flux. Yeah, I'm pretty certain Jay was trolling the shit out of you all, and I'm laughing because I watched that video and it worked. Jay was doing all of you what Sonny was doing in his Tesla video. Jay made soldering people rage the same way that Sonny made all the Tesla people rage. It was good. I enjoy watching some good trolling every now and then. Cause like the kind of trolling where it's not this stupid insulting crap where you misinterpret people and you purposely like twist their words just to fuck with them and like push people's buttons with insults and all that shit. I mean the type of trolling where it's clean and it's quality. In Jay's video, similar to Sonny's Tesla video, it was clean trolling, it was quality trolling. Nobody's feelings were hurt in the production of that video. Alright, this microscope light's really about to call it a day, so let's fix up the backlight circuit a little bit here, and then see if this thing works. I don't think this light's going to last much longer. How can I help you? I will mute. Yeah, let's go for it. So, by the way, alright. So it sounds like there may or may not be an opening for another board technician at Rossman Repair Group here. So I'm not sure if anybody is open to working at this difficult, employee-torturing, miserable company, but sounds like we have an opening. The dot is red. The board is bad now. You brainwashed? Not you, Kopaz. Not you. When I said job opening, I meant I need big brain. Big brain. Yeah, everybody has about 20 tickets in their queue, and that's not including the stuff that's come in since March 4th. So big brain. Fine. Y'all getting pissed off at this little dot? Man, this thing is adorable. There, it's not red dot anymore. Sounds like you need a huge server and a data center to build your own streaming service. Let's do it. No, I need more board technicians. I need more big brains. Big brain? Tiny brain? Okay, this is trolling me because I think I'm putting the wrong resistors in the wrong order. Let me get another donor. What's playing?
One of our customers. Oh no, actually, never mind. DJ Seinfeld.
Huh.
DJ Seinfeld. You can't forget that. The
Interesting.
track is U, just the letter U.
Interesting. MacBook repair. MacBook despair. All right. Who's got a... meld together. Beautiful. I can take this wire for finding the short off now. Don't need you anymore. Big brain. I'm gonna have to start going to other stores and poaching people's technicians. With the amount of work we have, we probably could use some. That's how I found most of the other people here. Find people that are doing their job, that are underpaid. Hey, I know the repair shop you're at now pays you $20 an hour to fix boards. Would you like to make 25 to 28? Okay. Hey, I know the place you're working at now gives you $30 an hour and you know how to do drive data recovery. And you don't get a commission. Would you like to make 20% more than that plus get a commission? It really works because you can kind of tell if somebody's good or not based on just being able to see them do their job. Because what people do in job interviews is they lie. They tell you they can do things that they can't do, but even then you can't really gauge how well they do the job. But if you actually show up at a business and you ask them to do something and you see how well they do it, then it's not like they're not looking for a job, so they're not lying about the level of performance they can give you. They already have a job, they're secure in it. You could see how well they did, and you can often kind of get an idea as to whether they're happy with it. It's interesting, because some people have said that's immoral, that's unethical, and I think it's the exact opposite. I mean, it keeps the market working properly. You can't pay someone low wages to do a good job if your business profits off of them and someone else can come along and poach them. The ability to poach people is what keeps employers honest, I think. Any ideas for getting around a dead T2? I think I just posted that in a recent video. A lot of what people think is dead T2 is actually just T2 needing restore. I would suggest watching that video. If you're stuck at 5 volts with the 200 to 300 milliamp usage and the machine is perfectly clean, I'd strongly suggest taking a look at that video, because a lot of the time that you think it's a dead T2 chip, it's not dead T2. It's just firmware got screwed up. And I think someone at Apple's going to get fired because the tool that allows you to fix the firmware is available for free in the App Store right now. So download that shit and get that machine off the internet before they change their mind, if you know what I'm saying. Because I can't imagine them keeping that up for long. Like, we're helping customers fix their own stuff? What? Who's responsible for this? Check the last thing you soldered. It's covered short with solder. What? Huh? That's the last thing I put the iron to. Those pins are supposed to be shorted anyway, but anyway, even if they weren't, that's not shorted. Yeah, all I've done so far here is hot air a bunch of stuff. I think you may have missed the part where I wicked it away. Alright, so anyway, we're going to rapid cool this board a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Dan Soul. You're getting the idea. I can't imagine someone being nice to customers at Apple and like not getting fired for it. Robust? Robust? How do you find out this ISL chip is in SmartCase? Because I have a lovely YouTube audience of people that told me, hey, I know you need this chip and you may be able to find it inside this case. That's not really a solution, though. It adds a ridiculous amount to the labor, and it adds $129 to the cost of a basic repair. Not even the repair, but the diagnostic process. Good evening from merry old England. A little contribution to the continued community service you and your excellent staff and Erica provide. Thank you for the quality and variety of your entertainment. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. Be right back. I have some business to attend to. business matter. Just a moment. 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 Kitty cat. Kitten. Blackberry. Kitten. And rams. And kittens. And rams. And kittens. All right. 5 volts. Up to 20 volts. Oh, look at that. 190 milliamps. 160 milliamps. 114 milliamps. 190 milliamps. 270 milliamps. 230 milliamps. Okay, so it's dynamic. It's moving up and down. But it's moving up and down at figures that are low enough to convince me the CPU's not on. Yay. Your CPU's dead, isn't it? You're stuck at 60 milliamps. You did get 12 volts to your CPU. You're dead as a dodo. What a waste of time. Oh, that hurts. Maybe there's some junk under the CPU, and ultrasonic will make this happy again. One way to find out, right? One way to find out. Yeah, you got 12 volts to your CPU, didn't you? Rip. All right. Might as well give it ultrasonic a good old-fashioned try. I should give this to Chris for CPU replacement. Yeah. Piece of shit. Hope with any luck the ultrasonic was turned on earlier today, so I don't have to wait for it to heat up. Wait a second. This is not the Apple thermal paste? Ah, someone fucked with this board already. Boo. Boo. Not right. Unfair. Ah. Hiss. Not big brain. Where big brain? Big brain. Not very big brain. Just a moment. I'm never gonna dance again, 'cause guilty feet have got no rhythm. I'm never gonna dance again. Do 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 dun 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 da 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 dun da dun 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 da do 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 da do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. All right, we'll come back to that board.
Robust.
Okay, we're going to go to slot I-12 and grab this other machine. Look, someone I owe money to walked in. I'm not here. Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we've got an A1989 that's not charging and not powering on. Let's open up this computer, figure out what's wrong with it, and see if we can make it work again. So first thing I'm going to do is clean up my desk a little bit over here so it looks a little bit less like shit. Thanks. Shake, camera, shake! Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your camera. Shake your camera. Shake, 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 da-da-da-da-da. Shake, 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 da-da-da-da. Shake your camera. Shake your camera. All right, according to the USB-C amp meter, it looks like we're taking 200 milliamps at 5 volts. Doesn't look like we're making our way to 20 volts, which is often a problem with our CD3215 chip. Let's take a look at this board and see if there's anything that gives me an idea that the CD3215 chip is going to be a problem for us. So I'm going to bring over my microscope with the dying LED. My camera is not taking well to my idea of sending 14 volts to the LED. Do not overclock your camera. Do not overclock your lights. I learned that the hard way. I'm also about to learn the hard way not to stretch your cord out too much. Where is that plugged into and why is it doing this? Oh, for fuck's sake. I really have to get someone to help me with this wiring setup. It's wired so stupidly. What the fuck? Ah! Maybe this will give me some more space. Ah, fuck it. You can just get plugged in under here. Oh, shit.
Goddamn right.
Person I owe money to just arrived.
I know you put that sign on the fucking door intentionally. You live?
Yeah, what's up? How can I help you?
Can I get paid?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll be... Alright, as you can see here, we've got some burn marks next to a CD3215. Unfortunately, Lewis has to pay his debts, so Lewis will be back later. I'll see you all in the continuation of this stream.